So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So this is going to be some higher damage teams against the super boss Kizuna Doflamingo. And we're starting off against the int variant. This is probably the team I'm the most happy with. But yeah, basically I'm a pretty late on the ball here, I guess. But I want to try and do some teams that aren't exactly the same as everybody else has done. I guess you can say that's a semi-success. I think this one is pretty good though. But yeah, I want to start with pointing out that before this, Kizuna made a video about Luffy crew being power crept, and I basically not seen a single super good team using them. On the other hand, like, this Kizuna is a bit over the top since like all of the new OP super boss units are boosted as well, so it will be toned down a bit in the future. But yeah, it's insane that we went from like 50 billion being a big thing to now having teams doing well over 200 billion. None in this video though, but I guess with 1.5 times boost, maybe. But yeah, I actually realized that Rory Viper is not boosted, but luckily I didn't have to restart the run. It worked out thanks to Odin and Nami having CD reduction, Nami's special reducing CD as well, and my Rory Viper being Lame Break expanded. But yeah, we're going to stall a turn here. That's pretty important because this gives us a 99% HP cut. This means that when Odin uses his special, we get a 95% damage reduction. And as I've talked about since versus Yamato released, Vita Odin is a great partner to Yamato since you get that very high damage reduction for the damage reduction attack buff. But yeah, special order here is very important. So if you copy the team, just copy what I do. Basically, you want to use Law before Odin, you want to use Odin before Yamato, and you want to use other stuff before Yamato. So yeah, it's pretty complicated. I had to reset like 3 times to get it right. But yeah, basically we do get quite a few buffs here. Yeah, you see it stacking up, like, it's pretty insane. Like, Yamato, Robin, Nami, they will be mainstays in Super Boss, at least until they get power crept, I guess. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Odin is pretty cool captain actually, since you both get the chain multiplier boost from Super Class, pretty high attack captain, Super Class slasher, which helps a lot of this team. Roger Viper, final tap, kind of decides how much damage you do. But yeah, I managed to do over 100 billion at least with my investment, but I think this is a bit more realistic team than a lot I'm seeing. So yeah, pretty solid. Can recommend that. Probably not what I'll use, but yeah, pretty good balance between damage output and how hard it is to build. But yeah, time for quick. And yeah, I wanted to do a strat which I feel like is the whole design around this particular super boss. Against quick, the captain CD is fully recharged after using a special. So he's obviously used to use versus Yamato as captain. But I've not seen many teams do that, so I wanted to use that properly with this team. Yeah, trying to find a good Nami can be hard. But yeah, here's the team, pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with this turnout. It's not 100 billion without alliance boost. I think I get 1.1 times alliance boost, yes. So that did put it over 100 billion, but still pretty decent. Obviously not the easiest team to build. The whole team is basically only limited units. We have Trash Map Legend, Anniversary Legend, Kizuna Rare Recruits, and the rest are Super Fast exclusive. But yeah, you use Yamato. Stage 2, Chopper support is so we don't get any color affinity from defeating Pika. And yeah, most people stall there for Nami to get the paralysis, which is obviously good, but if you stall, you can't get the max out of Yamato, because the damage reduction attack boost runs out. And if you use Yamato special while you have that damage reduction attack boost, the special is a lot better. Because you get attack boost, orb boost, and a good damage reduction in one special. So I really want to make a team with that, and it turned out pretty well. But yeah, I used Koala right away because we were at full HP, and Koala wants you to be at full HP. And yeah, now we just stack the buffs. It's a lot easier to stack buffs when one unit handles 3 of them alone. And yeah, we're going to get a 6 chain here. Just a shame we don't have any final tap. That will have really helped out with the damage. And yeah, Yamato versus special just to make tandem do a bit more damage. And yeah, we're saving Yamato for last. Trying to hit in our order of weakest to hardest hitting, of course. And yeah, pretty good damage, pretty good chain, a pretty good team. Not sure if this is the team I will end up using, but I like how it works in practice, and yeah, you should always take the chance to do some extra damage if you can, at least in my opinion. It's another thing if captains get speared or blown away or binded or whatever, but yeah, you do at least some damage here. But yeah, we're finally going to die. Yeah. So that's the quick team. Pretty happy with it. We will actually have 2 teams against Int. First I'm going to do a variation of a team I've seen going around. The thing is that I have both Max, Robin and Shanks. So I have a bit of leeway in how I design the quick teams. I want to do a fun variant of the team. I did another one which is probably more usable by a few more people, but we'll get to that later. Let's focus on this team first. And yeah, I don't know why I didn't consider Yamato versus Yamato at first, because it's a pretty obvious sub. You both get an unique stackable buff in the damage reduction attack boost, but you also get Wano orbs, which has a lot of damage, and you of course get a versus special that also make tandem orbs hit a little bit harder. So overall, very good value. And yeah, it's pretty funny that Quick ended up being the best color versus Psy. This change to removing super type from super balls has really opened up for more possibilities. Brook support and move attack down get a bit of a chain multiplier boost. Robin special with Luffy, and since my Robin is Rainbow, I plan to hit with Robin last for this particular team. Paid off pretty well. Still think Uta is a better captain due to having a better super class. And yeah, it's pretty easy for me at least to find very good friend captain Utas, so we take those. But yeah, we're basically ready, just Yamato left, and time for some very high damage. I think this is the highest damage video in this team. Does pretty good damage. I guess if you multiply the damage by 1.5 times, I guess it's over 200 billion, I don't know. My alliance is not the most try-hard, so I'm not going to beg people to give me a 1.5 times multiplier. Yeah, that should definitely be 200 billion with boosts. So yeah, pretty good. And yeah, as I said, in situations like this, just take the L, get the damage, get knocked out. Relive the turn thanks to the damage reduction, I guess, from Yamato's versus special. But yeah, there we went down. Okay, finally, so there's a JP YouTuber that uploaded a team, very cool team, that did 240 billion damage with 1.5 times alliance boost. So I made a version of that team. The team he uploaded used Robin Captain, Rainbow, and I instead used Shanks Captain, Rainbow. So, well, it opens up some more options for those who have Shanks Rainbow, which I'd say is more likely than having Robin Rainbow, since Shanks is a bit older. But yeah, there's the team, and Toki revived, who could have seen that coming? But yeah, it's a pretty beautiful team. At least the original one. This is not as beautiful, but it's a bit more accessible, arguably. But yeah, if you want to see the JP YouTuber team, I'll link it down below. Very cool team. Good job. But yeah, Toki is an interesting tech choice. Since, yeah, you do get a lot of damage for just 2 units, but that might just be enough in the future since all of these stackable buffs are different colors. Like, if we take some of the most valuable ones, like we can take Yamato, Robin, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Yasop. Like, there are so many different colors that you're not going to be doing damage with all of them, and you have super tandem to consider and such. So, might actually just be viable to rely on Toki and hyper buff the 2 units hitting last and count on them to do the most of the damage. I think that's interesting for the future. Need to keep that in mind. Other than that, like, it's pretty easy to forget about Toki. I feel like pretty old, but still good today, as we can see. And as always, remember that before using Zoro, the captain needs a tandem slot, so you don't mess up the order. But other than that, nothing special to care about, except for using Toki Stage 2. For this particular team, I buffed the left row, because I figured Usopp, Yasop and Robin does more damage, but the OG team buffed the top 2 units. So I'm not sure if that's better for my team too, but yeah, I was able to work around that, added the spear reducing support, stuff like that. And the other support are fairly realistic, I feel like. Vivi is the most rare one, not required, but without Vivi, you do less damage, of course. But yeah, just hit in same order as me. I guess swapping Toki and Zoro makes sense, since Toki does a little bit more damage than Zoro. Like, not a lot, but... And yeah, Robin, you're doing tons of damage here. But yeah, 141 billion, not too bad. But yeah, that about wraps up the video. Going to play this out, wait to get killed. But yeah, as I said yesterday, I really enjoy Super Boss Kizuna more now with these changes, and I really hope they keep doing it. They have been positive. Now we just need the box 7 buff. It's long awaited, like 2+ years at least, and it never happens, but maybe one day. But yeah, I hope these teams are helpful. These are most likely the last Kizuna videos from me. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.